is up, fellow collectors? Today we're going to do a review over the recently released DC Multiverse Catwoman from The Dark Knight Rises. This is the platinum version, but technically this is the only version out unless you want to get the Bat Cycle, which is way more expensive. With that being said, it did take a while to track this figure down, just like it did for the Batman that I reviewed yesterday. But let's go more into the actual packaging. With that being said, you can see all the actual accessories from the outside, as it is a window box. And then here's the platinum sticker, even though mine is raised up from where it should be more down here, but who cares? It's going to be open anyways. And then you got the 12 Plus logo there at the top with the signature 22 moving parts here on the tab. And then here on the side, you get the nice Dark Knight Rises logo on the side, or I guess the Dark Knight trilogy, with the Catwoman big bold letters from the Dark Knight Rises in a blue lettering. And then here on this back, you have the actual art. This is pretty cool art. They actually put some time into this, even though it kind of looks like it's from the movie, but it looks like they did more editing and detail to it. And then you got the logo once again there at the bottom with Catwoman, the Dark Knight Rises there at the top. Now moving on to the last side here, it's pretty regular, pretty plain, just Catwoman with the DC Multiverse logo there at the top. And for those who are searching, here is the code for, and yeah, just screenshot or pause if you so please. I just want to help you all out to find it, so you're not searching and searching like I did. You may have to ask an actual worker to get it currently. That being said, let's go into what's included in this package, go over the figure, and get more in depth into it. Starting off with the accessories, first thing you get is a regular black display stand, just like most of the figures. In this case, it makes sense, but there's not much else to say about the display stand, so here it is. Next accessory you actually get is a case for her necklace, which can be seen here. No, you cannot remove the necklace, at least I'm pretty sure you can't. I've tried, but yeah, pretty much locked in there. There's that. If you like it, it seems okay to me, but also it's kind of like, why at the same time? Probably could have included something better. The next thing you get is the actual Batman destroyed cowl. This is pretty nice and pretty well detailed. This is fantastic. You got all the damage going around, up above. Yeah, definitely you can tell Batman's been through a lot. This is fantastic, a great inclusion and a unique inclusion as well. Very busted, and for those that are into customizing, this is a great piece and accessory to actually get. The next two things is a pair of hands. So you get two fist hands. They're very, very small, so it's kind of hard to show them off. But yeah, there's two fist hands. I'll just go over the one. Here's the one. It's pretty small, pretty standard, just a regular fist hand at the end of the day. And then also you get a pair of grippy hands for right and the left. I'll just go over the one. But yeah, here is the grippy hand for the actual accessories at the end of the day. Pretty well, yeah, just matches the actual hands. Not much going for it, just a nice silky material and silk paint job. Now moving on, here's the actual card, which matches the back of the box. Pretty cool and pretty wicked art once again. And just to read up more, here it is. Data file, Catwoman, The Dark Knight Rises, data file. And with that being said, I just repeated myself with data file, but it has been 8 years since Batman vanished into the night, turning in that instant from hero to fugitive. Assuming the blame for the death of D.A. Harvey Dent, the Dark Knight sacrificed everything for what he and Commissioner Gordon both hoped was the greater good. For a time, the lie worked, as criminal activity in Gotham City was crushed under the weight of the Anti-Crime Dent Act. But everything will change with the arrival of a cunning cat burglar with a mysterious agenda. Far more dangerous, however, is the emergence of Bane, a mass terrorist whose ruthless plans for Gotham drive Bruce out of his self-imposed exile. But even if he dons the cape and cowl again, Batman may be no match for Bane. So there it is. Once again, pretty cool that it actually mentions the story, goes into further detail. That's what I like to see on the back of the data file, is just not a generic Catwoman explanation. Now here is the actual figure. That the reason you guys are all here to look pretty stunning, pretty wicked. And just go more into it. You're gonna get this nice face sculpt going on. You get some blush there on the cheeks. Looks fantastic at the end of the day. Matches Catwoman. Looks just like the actual actor. Yeah, looks fantastic. Just going all around. The blush, the ears for the Catwoman, obviously. And then the hair, pretty. It's more of a brown color, dark brown. Once again, matches the actual character. So there is that. And we go to her gloves. You're going to get the little silky material or silky look that is in general. Just all the way down. And then you're going to get as well here on the front. Torso areas looking pretty nice. You're going to get those pistons. I mean, well, you know. And then going on, you're going to get the nice waist. Really just have that nice texture of the material and suit she wears. The jacket, the pants, with the nice silky boots. Once again, yeah, it kind of looks weird with the proportions. I don't know why McFarlane continues to make the legs super extended for female characters, but there is that. But here's her boots in further detail, or not boots, more like heel slash boots. But yeah, you're gonna get this going on. Pretty wicked, pretty nice. But yeah, one thing I'll probably go into later is that it seems like the feet don't want to go up on the ball joint. Seems kind of weird. But yeah, I'll get into that in further detail. But there are the heels, just a nice silver going on here at the bottom for the actual heel part. And yeah, once again, the heels are just a nice silky black there on the actual, I guess, boot part, whatever you may call it. I'm no female expert or female fashionist, that is. But yeah, and then going on to the back, you're gonna get the belt here. Pretty amazing, pretty wicked once again. But yeah, it's pretty much pretty simple suit and design, so not really much going into it that way. But yeah, here's more 360 look of her. Looks fantastic. The blush really brings her out and looks just like the actual actor. So that is fantastic to see. Now let's get into the actual articulation. So first off, starting off with the head here. Can it actually rotate? Yes, you're gonna get the nice rotation both sides. The hair may get in the way, as you can see, but that's to be expected at the end of the day, considering it is a female character. And when it comes to looking up, probably going to be pretty restricted once again because the hair. So it pretty much just goes up and then goes back down to the regular spot. But when it comes to actually looking down, she's going to be able to look down this much, which is pretty typical and is standard. But yeah, pretty much when it comes to the head, great articulation, and it is to be expected what it can do. Now with the skinny arms, I would hope the articulation is pretty good, but we shall see. So when you raise up the arms, you're going to be able to do a T-pose, at least what it seems. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it. But yeah, you're going to get nice T-pose going on here. And when it comes to the actual movement in the arms, just going to do 360. There you go. Be able to get it to go up, down, around the ball joint, or I guess ball joint cover, whatever you want to call it, butterfly joint, will do its job. Rotation, fantastic. And then bicep cut, it's pretty small, but it is there if you can see it right here. There you go. Rotation with the bicep, pretty small. Once again, the arms are super skinny. I feel like that's kind of over exaggeration on McFarlane's part. But yeah, it seems to be the standard with female characters. And when it comes to the actual elbow and articulation, when it comes to that, here you go. I would hope it'll be able to bend that much. It's fantastic. Does what it needs to do at the end of the actual day. And when it comes to the hand here, you won't be able to rotate it, no problem. There she goes. She looks like she's just about to give me a hand gesture, like she wants to eliminate me. But there is that. And when it comes to actually being able to go down, let me extend the arm to actually show that off. Be able to get it to go down all the way. comes going up. Perfect, no issue there. Even though it's kind of scary considering how skinny and small the actual ball joint is. I feel like that can snap any minute. And now she looks like she wants me to put a ring on it, but we'll continue on. And when it comes to the actual waist, you're able to get movement there at the top. There you go. You may have to loosen it up a bit. Now it's actually going a lot better. And when it comes to the actual, I guess, hip thrust, there you go. You're going to be able to get some hip thrust there. But moving forward, doesn't look like it wants to budge when going forward much more. So there is that. And when it comes to the splits, hopefully she can actually do the splits. Okay. There you go. Started getting a little stiff there, so may want to watch out for that. Okay, I don't want to push it too much. This leg doesn't seem to want to budge like this one did. So that could be a potential issue as well. And when it comes to the actual legs moving forward, see how much the diaper will actually allow it to go. Be able to get that much, a little bit lifted, but not to a great amount. And with the boots, since they're all the way up here and how he did them, be able to get rotation all the way up here at the boots. And also you're going to be able to get the knee movement, which is pretty good, or I guess knee articulation. So that's fantastic, very flexible on the feet and legs. And when it comes to the actual foot, as I mentioned, for some reason it doesn't want to go up. But yeah, it can rotate. But here's the thing. When I try to push it up and bend, doesn't seem like it wants to even bend or go up. So I don't know if that's just the part of the mold when it comes to the heel or what, but there is that. And when it comes to the actual toe, you'll be able to do it no issue. But yeah, it does not want to lift up by any means whatsoever or even go down, which could be a part because how the heel is done here on the back. But who knows? If you know if this is an issue, please comment down below. But continuing on, let's get into my final thoughts and review of this actual figure. What are my final thoughts about this figure? Well, starting off the boots, they're definitely out of proportion. Her legs are super lengthy and they should not be that lengthy compared to the actual source material. But I think the back cowl accessory is a great inclusion. I mean, there's a lot of posing to be desired with it, even though she doesn't really have that disappointing face and she should, but there is that. The detail is pretty much all there, matches the source material. But yeah, just going around, starting off with that accessory, I feel like it's kind of pointless if the necklace can't come out. It'd been cool if it actually did come out and could go around her actual wrist or something of that nature, even though it should go around her neck, because that is a actual necklace, so that would be pretty cool as well. But yeah, it's kind of hard to get her to actually hold the accessory, but it does work at the end of the day. But furthermore, starting off with the actual ankles, that is a disappointment as to how those cannot actually make the foot bend up or down, even though that could just be an issue that I'm currently experiencing compared to others. But she is a great figure nonetheless, very flexible, very well articulated, even though there are some areas to be desired when it comes to the actual articulation. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you are a Dark Knight Rises fan, I would pick her up. Some proportions may not be there fully, may not make sense, but the back cowl, the actual face sculpt is all there. She also does not have some junk in the trunk in the front like some certain Catwoman figures that I have seen, but she is all there. It makes sense. And yeah, I would say she's about probably an 8.8 out of 10. There are some lacking areas that could be much better, but overall she is worth the price, and I would prefer her of this version over the one in the actual Bat Cycle. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this review. Please subscribe down below, and until then, Catwoman from The Dark Knight Rises will see you in the next video. Peace out, have a great time collecting, and stay awesome.